I haven't been this hot since I was a 13-year-old child.
Wait, what? Was that alcohol?
Is that alcohol?
Stringing straight rum.
This is sweet tea.
Is that the devil's drink?
I'm just drinking scotch. Don't mind me.
She's just like, let's get this shit over with. I can't hear you super well. Again. Hold on. Talk again.
I don't like Emma Chamberlain. She's not funny.
I've never watched her stuff, so I know nothing about her. Educate me on Emma Chamberlain.
My friends really like her, and they made me watch a bunch of videos, like, when I would come over to their house before the pandemic, I guess. But they would always be like, she's so funny, and then she'd just, like, look into the camera with, like, dead fish eyes, and then be like, oh, iced tea, iced coffee.
Oh, you sent me a video of her because she was cooking something, right?
Yeah, and I was like, is this...
Oh, I need to write this down, because that's the video idea I had. One of my shitty ideas. Hold on, let me write that down.
Yeah, I was like, is
Cooking
this, who let her think this was funny? And
video.
then she was like, you guys, I literally just pooped my pants. Ha ha ha! And I'm like, this is comedy now.
Lively, you're
how
like, I do
people-
that on the daily. That's
I
not
do that
comedy.
all the time. I just don't do it on camera.
She's just actually mad. She's like, I shit every day.
I'm
What is
jealous.
this bullshit? No, I was thinking of this idea for a video because apparently I just don't watch cooking videos. I don't give a shit what you can make with fucking graham crackers and scotch. I don't care. But there was this
Scotch tape?
for some reason I must have accidentally liked one because a bunch of videos on my For You page are fucking cooking videos. And they're all fucking spazzes. Have you seen this stuff? Like, no offense to any of them. They're funny. But
The
I mean,
counter-cooking?
it's to the point of, like, kids
I've seen,
content.
like, Taste Made videos.
Well, so okay, hold on. So maybe I'm only seeing a certain section of cooking videos. But the ones I see are from the side, like this Emma Chamberlain video you sent me. And it's just a bunch of quick cuts of them screaming shit for no reason.
I don't know
About
why
fuck
YouTubers
knows
are
what.
very into that right now.
Like, they'll be adding chicken to a bowl, and so the cut will be of them going... And like,
yeah. That's how it is.
instead of saying, I'm going to add a little sugar, they're like, cocaine! Like, it's just a
Yeah,
bunch
that's
of, like...
exactly. And then everybody in the comments are like, at the 1:47 mark when they said cocaine. Ha 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 ha! Funny.
16 laughing emojis.
I
Is it?
can't-
Wait. Are we going full circle then? Because that's basically like 2013 YouTube and before.
It is. It really is.
It is. I
Because
think,
people
gross.
have forgotten about it.
I think it was like their first experience with YouTube, and they were just so young that they don't remember it, and they think they're being original.
There you go. Now we got
Yes.
Elephant.
it. There we go. There's that.
Blessing our poor
The
eardrums.
HD fart noises.
Finally.
Wocky slush.
Wocky slush.
I still don't know what that means. I've got to catch up on shit.
Wait, do you not know the original video, or
Nick, if you've known me already, you know I don't know the origin of any meme that
you
exists.
just-
No meme pop culture. He doesn't know
Dude,
any of it. It has to be.
the video is
only.
7 seconds long, tops. There is no context besides that video.
Just share your
There's
screen.
nothing to know. Literally, just watch it.
Okay, hold on. I gotta pull this up. Incognito mode, YouTube.
This will now be a reacting video.
Yeah, this is now gonna turn into you reacting to me reacting to something.
It's not funny, but the more you think about it, the funnier it gets.
Wocky slush.
No.
Cool things I've learned on
Oh,
TikTok.
what am I doing?
You
What?
typed it.
Wocky.
You typed in walkie, like walkie-talkie.
How's it
There's
spelled?
results for it. Thing bleeding
Oh.
walkie slot. What is that?
Right there, the third video, right there.
This
yep.
one?
Yeah.
That thing bleeding to the, you know what I mean?
Wocky slush.
That thing bleeding, P.
What? Wait, what?
That thing bleeding
Like,
to
where's
the,
the
you know what I
joke?
mean?
Wocky slush.
That thing bleeding, P.
Where is the funny?
Two people absolutely out of their mind on what I'm assuming is the cute little drink known as lean, and they're trying to describe the drink, and they came up with that thing blamed to the, you know what I mean? And the other guy's saying Wocky slush. That's the whole joke.
But
There's
what does
no
Wocky
other...
slush mean?
We don't
That's just
know.
their-
That's the
just how they're
funniest. That's
reacting to the beverage.
Well, good. For the first time ever, No one knows what that means. It's not just me.
That was Wocky slush. That's what they made.
Well, I'm so glad that I've been educated now. Fuck me. So now my TikTok results are going to be Wocky slush and cooking videos of people screaming shit. I can't fucking
I'm just
wait.
glad. It's so pure that you typed in walkie as in walkie-talkie and not walkie slush.
I don't know, man. Wait, like I would know what does Wocky mean? I don't get it.
You just
It's not a
looked at it.
real
That was a Wocky slush.
You have no idea how hard my brain was working right there, because I was like, okay, wait, blood. What country are they in? Is it Wocky blood in a different language? I was just going, what does that fucking mean?
I'm bleeding to, I mean, Wocky slush.
Wocky
That's
slush.
it.
I only know it
That's
because
it.
I heard Noel Miller say it once on somewhere.
And now you can reference that for as long as you're alive.
Now you're popular.
Now I'll be able to
Now
make
you
fun
get
of my
with it.
parents. Yeah.
Hey, Mom,
Wocky slush. Son, please, you're letting your side of the coffin down.
That's
Just
the perfect
always
place
bringing
to
it up
use
at the worst possible time. I'm gonna make it my ringtone in church.
Be respectful to your aunt. She passed away. This is her funeral. Can you not say that stupid phrase for once?
I go up to give a speech about her, and I just have like a DJ pad with a little button. I'm like, Wocky slush. Wocky slush.
And just farts with reverb.
Have it reverb through the empty church. Just, Wocky slush. You just hear like sniffing in the back. Just...
I thought they were sniffing the fart.
Diane, your son's an idiot.
Diane, your son's a bastard. I think Aunt Agatha would have liked this. Wocky slush.
This was her favorite video, you guys. This was
Wocky
a memory of
slush.
hers.
All the people in the back are like,
Is that like walkie-talkie? How do you spell it?
What is a slush?
Is that stuff the doctor told me I need to get rid of?
no, Grandma Mammy. I don't know. Can't think of a
Mammy.
grandma name.
Deborah.
Deborah.
Thanks, Grandma Karen. Insert
Nice.
name here.
Speaking of Karen, did you see they're making a Karen movie?
Yes, I
No
saw
way.
that. Okay, now you have to react to that video
Oh,
too.
fuck
I
me.
really want you to see
Wait,
that.
who's
I really
they?
need you to see this. I think it is
BET.
BET.
And everyone's panning it.
And
Everyone's
everybody's
panning
like,
it.
Oh, gosh.
man,
This
why
thing.
are they really trying to copy Get Out, but like in the worst way? It's just like a movie about a white woman bullying her neighbors, but they turned it into a horror movie.
No
It's
way.
bad.
It's exactly what I described. That's exactly what
Fuck
it is.
me. I am ready for this shit. Is this one?
Did they delete it?
No.
Is this one by Flixville, USA?
I guess so, but yeah.
I couldn't
Well,
you.
tell me, am I looking at the...
Yeah, just your the
Holy,
original
oh,
one.
that's Candyman. Fucking
Candyman.
hell, I thought that was
Yo-ho!
Karen. I was like, shit,
Yeah,
this
no.
movie
Oh,
looks
this actually
violent.
does look scary.
Which one? These two. Which one are we picking?
The one with 777. Look at the dislikes.
That's a
Coke
great
Daniels.
ratio.
Go Daniels.
Tell me about your new
I've
neighbors.
seen that too.
They're black. Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't keep
Tell me about your new neighbors. They're black.
That's what she said. She's like, well, they're
Fuck.
black.
The
They are-
subtlety is amazing in this film.
Somebody's taking home security serious.
Hi, I am Karen Drexler. I'm your neighbor. You need to be taking your trash can.
Did she say her name was Karen Drexler? That's
Is
that is
someone
that
you know?
she that is a Karen name though. That is
I was
powerful.
like, do you know someone named?
Karen Drexler.
That is a Karen name. Karen's literally in the name.
What's the YouTube guy? Dre Drexler.
Her name is just Karen. That's such a Karen name, bro.
No, her last name.
I know.
Shut up. Her name is Karen. Well, that's convenient. The movie's name is Karen.
That's crazy. Oh my god, it's like they planned it.
It's
Holy
like they play.
crap.
Is the actress's name Karen? Wocky
No.
slush.
We're watching your mental state just decrease every hour.
My face is just
By
getting
the
redder and
minute.
redder.
Karen, hey, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen.
Here she is slaving away in the kitchen, she says. My goodness.
Good joke.
This is...
Good joke.
Got him.
How the heck did you end up moving to this neighborhood? Next thing you know,
my
we have
gosh.
criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her.
Is this phone just 90% on the phone?
She doesn't like black people. We have a search warrant.
Well, I'm black.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
She doesn't like black people.
Well, I'm black.
Amazing
and then the little girl
writing.
just You can't say that!
I want to sell the house.
What I do? You can't tell me, huh?
We are living next door.
Oh my gosh, the Confederate flag on soap. Gotta wash your hands with the fucking... Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know what's in that soap jar.
We filled it with the cum of Confederate General Jackson.
It comes out like dust.
Yeah, I know, I'm like, would that just be like dirt? Are you okay, sir?
We filled it with the cum of General Stonewall Jackson. I'm fucking crazy.
It's been a family relic for years.
We filled it with the dust of Abraham Lincoln.
What? Oh my gosh.
Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
Oh my word. Wow. Like that's certainly interesting. That really is just Get Out, isn't it?
It's a Walmart version of Get Out, yes.
Someone tweeted recently. They I've said the same thing, that like someone really does try to come out with just another Get Out like every year. There's just one knockoff.
Yeah.
It's totally true.
It is.
Oh my
My
word,
dog
that's so
is
funny.
right in my face, and his breath is so hot.
Sorry, I want to see some of
Already
these
like a
comments.
million degrees.
Wait,
Embarrassed
I'm
to be alive.
great job, writers. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Movies are funny. Golly.
Movies are funny.
Movies are so relatable. Oh my gosh.
I watched Luca the other night. That's a movie.
I like Luca. It was cute. It wasn't like I said in I reviewed it, and what I said in there was that like I miss like the more like adult oriented like Pixar movies. Like they're not adult oriented, but I mean like, you know, Up is like the couple that grew up together and she died of cancer. It's very
So
you
cute.
know, adult stuff. But I mean like Luca is like the message that like not everyone's the same. Whoa, you know, but I mean it was adorable. I like Luca. It was really cute.
All in this together.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen movies with that same tagline before. You know, I don't know, but I mean the animation is absolutely beautiful.
It was good.
Now we jumped off the cooking videos to correct your microphone situation, but we need to get back on that because
My mic F.
you were going to tell me about Emma Chamberlain though, because I've not seen any of her stuff. I did just see some YouTuber review her house, and holy shit, the house is gigantic. You see what it retails at like 3.8 million or something.
Like a random YouTuber?
No, Emma Chamberlain's house.
Chamberlain's
It's beautiful. I will give her that. It is absolutely gorgeous.
I will give her
this house.
that. It's a
Here's the
gorgeous
thing,
home.
though.
Well, usually they're all like super fucking like dead and like devoid of any life because they just bought it from some fuck that built it for people like them. But I mean, like, I don't know.
They normally just buy it so they can trash it for content.
Yeah.
This is true.
I don't know. I can't understand people that buy mansions and just in general. Like, when the camera crew leaves and your friends walk out and you're just left in the house, is that not the most empty fucking feeling ever? Just standing in a giant fucking warehouse?
I agree.
I imagine
Here's
they're
the
never
thing.
alone.
I don't want a big house.
Neither
When
do
I'm
I.
older and if I become successful, I don't want a mansion. I just want a decent sized house.
Yeah.
I'm okay with, 3 floors and that's it, A main floor, the family room and then like bedrooms upstairs. Like that's okay with me. I don't need a mansion with 16 different areas to explore with 4 rooms in each thing and 16 bath. Like no, I don't.
I want like a slide instead of a staircase.
Yes, I've always wanted a fucking fireman's pole that goes from the top floor to the ground floor.
Fireman.
I've always wanted a stripper pole in my room. Oh, shit.
It doesn't go through the floors, it's just one.
You only got a 1-floor stripper pole? Fuck!
Yes.
I saw a house with that when I was a kid. This kid had a fireman's pole that went from his room down to the first floor, and I thought that was the coolest shit I'd ever seen. That was so awesome.
I really always wanted a slide though. Like,
definitely.
Like I was like, I can have a staircase, but there also needs to be a slide. So
Juliana's house doesn't have stairs; it's just a slide. She lets the people walk around for a minute, and they come back. They're like, "Sorry, this sounds like a dumb question. I couldn't find the stairs," and she's like, "No,
we don't have them.
Just climb up the slide."
I saw that Cara Devi, whatever that one model is with the big eyebrows. She has like a vagina tunnel in her place.
Oh,
in her
okay.
Mansion.
I didn't think you were relating that to houses.
Has
I thought
a
you
vagina.
just really quick shifted to. I heard Cara Delevingne has a vagina.
Did you know she's a woman?
Thank you
who's
for
been
that.
with other women?
Yes,
who
I'm
also
aware.
have.
Of course she does, and it's not as a joke either. She's probably super serious about it, and if you mention it with even a sliver of a laugh, she'll just kill you.
I saw like she was like come into my tunnel. This is where I make my creative ideas. And I was like, what is this? And she just like walked in, and it was like this fuzzy tunnel.
All right, hold on. How do I Google this?
How do I? Please, I don't know if you want to Google that one.
Yeah, do you want to look up?
Not really. Oh wait, how do I?
Let me see what you're gonna attempt to look up. Let's see.
Yeah,
what
let's watch.
Cara Delevingne. I don't know how to spell her name. Here's the issue
ahead.
we got here.
Go ahead.
Tunnel house. Good. There it is.
There it is.
Smart.
There it is.
Go to images.
Do I want?
And
what
there
the
she is.
fuck?
She's in it. She's in it.
It's not like very. I thought.
No,
it'd
you
be
need
more
to see it when
graphic.
she's not in it.
What?
It looks better when she's not in it.
I'm so confused.
It's not that graphic. I thought it was going to be more graphic.
Wait, you thought she was gonna have like labels of like labia majora?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh.
That's fine.
That's a closet. That's a closet with purple curtains, pink curtains. Is it not?
It's
Those
a
feather
vagina.
thing- what are
Have
they
you
called?
never seen a vagina? That's a boa.
Yeah, it's a boa. A little white styrofoam ball.
You guys have clearly never seen a vagina. We all have styrofoam balls.
I don't feel
Every
like-
woman.
Anywho, I'm gonna stop sharing that screen. No biggie there. That is the weirdest
digging in the
transition.
Bed right now. He's just.
No, but like the houses. I forget who else's house. Oh my gosh. Well, there was the one.
Jakey Pauly.
Well, there was the one guy that. Did you see the guy that
Is
made
that
the
like
most
the
expensive
TV
house in the rural world or urban world? I don't know what the fuck the difference is between urban and rural. By the way,
You don't know
Whatever.
what the difference is?
the biggest house in the world. Essentially, it was like it retailed for like. I forget what it was, like close to $1 billion or something.
Like, gotta be at least over $50.
At least $5.
It was the worst house I think I'd seen that was that big. But I mean, it was like you said, it was just gigantic empty rooms with like a couch in the corner, and I don't get it. I don't get why the rooms need to be that big.
Minimalism is in style.
Like, I'm with Nick. Like, the only houses I've ever had, like, when I was young, we didn't really have a good house. And then, and now, it's like you have a room for the bedroom. My brother and I shared a room. We got a bathroom, got the kitchen, and the dining room that fits 6 people. And that's that. I mean, I just don't understand why you need a room
My
that's...
dog just fell off the bed.
Good. Oh, sorry.
The only thing I want in my future house is a game room. That's the only thing I aspire to have when I'm a grown adult.
I
Is
visited
an arcade
this
room.
guy in downtown in the nicest place of Seattle in Queen Anne's. He's like, his whole downstairs is like this man cave. He's got like multiple arcade games. They've got like foosball table, like pool table. And then they've got like a movie theater room and then a gaming room. Like all of these things in this downstairs area.
See, that sounds dope. I'd like
And they
that.
have like drinks on tap. And like everything is so cool, and they're our age, and it's only $900 a month to rent there, and I don't understand.
What?
It's like they all get their own room with a walk-in closet. There's like the upstairs, the
one.
main floor, and then like the man cave basement. I know. I was like, how do I live with you guys?
Not a question I ask myself often.
Excuse
How
me.
do I live
How do
with
I
you
live
guys?
with you guys?
Okay, well, one of the guys has like a 3D printer, and he prints like.
He prints more 3D printers and he
prints
makes
more!
immense profit.
He
The
prints
3D
like.
printer company goes out of business. Damn
That's
you.
the way to do it. He prints prints like Baby Yodas in the shade of like things all over the house. So there's just like Baby Yodas like along the walls that blend into the walls.
That's
and
clever.
then he's like, "You guys want to find out how many Baby Yodas I have hidden today?" And I'm like, "What is this? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen."
The guy sounds insane.
This guy, he's the one who collects the movie props and stuff too. He's
Well,
got
that's
the
cool. I'm
giant
okay
High
with
School
that.
Musical. He's got like the High School Musical like
What's this
sign
person's
that
What's this
says High
person's
School
job?
Musical, and it lights up, and it's like the official
What's their job?
engineer.
Of all the movie franchises, I wouldn't think his go-to was High School Musical to collect
It's
the
Star
props.
Wars. His go-to movie is Star Wars.
I could hold up a pencil and be like, "Yep, this was on set. This was used by Zach."
This was the clean.
That's what he does, though. He's like, we were watching a movie, we were watching Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat, which is like, not good, but it was
You
fun.
see this
It
ice
was
cube in
fun.
the freezer? Same
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah, he was like...
Same
he's like,
CGI ice from the
Yeah,
movie, bro.
He's like, you see that
I 3D
bottle?
printed it.
I totally 3D printed that and froze that.
He's like, do you see that bottle that custodian is cleaning up back there? I bet I could buy that for you. Do you want it? And we were like, no, fine.
I mean, to be fair, you could either have all the water bottles from different movies in your house, or you could have one real prop. So, I mean, I get it. It makes sense, right? But, I mean, you also, I feel like my soul will be crushed when people start questioning anything. Because it's like Nick said, it's all like, here's the Kleenex that Daniel Day-Lewis used to wipe his nose, and there will be blood. And you're like, oh, is it? Is it? Prove it.
And
you're
like, yeah, there
fuck.
is blood. Check it out.
I
Look,
have
it's
the
his
certificate. I had to print it myself, but I have the certificate. Like, okay, dude.
I 3D
all right.
printed the certificate.
I have the certificate. He gave himself diseases to bleed. It was his method acting, dude. This is real. I'm not making it.
He has the bubonic plague, right, dude?
He found a bubonic rat, and he
And he 3D printed
and he mouthed.
Oh!
Imagine just going. You're like the set guy. You got the headphones and the clipboard. You just have to go in the back room and get Daniel. You're like, oh fuck, and you like open the door like, hey Daniel, oh fuck, and he's just
And
like,
you're practicing?
just a rat, just. You're like, Daniel.
I forgot to knock. I forgot to
Mr.
knock.
Day-Lewis, please tell me Mr. Day-Lewis, what are you doing?
Mr.
I'm
Taylor.
getting ready for my big logger scene. I gotta believe
I need to nosebleed.
I need to have a nosebleed here.
Acting.
Oh, I'm talking about my method acting.
It's like Jared Leto when he was like mailing people rats and everybody was like, haha, this is very funny.
You didn't hear that, Nick?
You didn't hear him?
Dude, you are in for a surprise.
What movie?
He was trying to method act.
Yeah, method act. He's a
He
fucking
was
asshole.
attempting to.
The difference between Daniel Day-Lewis method acting and Jared Leto is that Daniel Day-Lewis, like, it's annoying,
Deep
but,
throats
like,
rats.
it works, and he does really well. Like, the most annoying thing he did to other people was that for the one where he's, I think where he's got cerebral palsy, like, he had somebody, like, wheel him around and dress him, which is, like, weird, but, like, it's, if you hire somebody that actually cares for people to do it, like, I mean, I don't know, go for it, I guess, but Jared Leto, he mailed dead rats and used condoms to the castmates
Like
of
Margot
Suicide
Robbie.
Squad.
And she was like,
Like
yeah,
Margot Robbie. And she was like, this is not right. Everyone was like,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
is he trying to pull like a Heath Ledger? Because Heath Ledger
Yes,
locked
yes,
himself
yes,
in.
yes, yes.
And he's
That's
like,
exactly
how can I
what
be crazy
he was like,
but
he
not
was like,
be in a
this is-
hotel?
Yeah. He was like, this is crazy. I'm crazy.
Common rats.
Crazy, right? And everyone's like, yep, that
I'm
was crazy.
bonkers.
And everyone's like, we're not going to invite you into any more movies.
Dude, that's nuts. I
Except
didn't
for
know
you to
about
be
that.
used for B film.
Which
in
is
the
even...
frickin'... He was used for B film when he says society in that one clip for the Justice League movie, and like my friends were like, we're gonna watch it for that one scene with the Joker in it.
my
And then
gosh.
it's at the very end of the movie and he doesn't even say the line. It was B film.
He did all of that, and he wasn't even good. That's the funniest part. Imagine going through all the method acting, and then everyone's like, yeah, you did shit. Like, that's fucking funny. Like, imagine mailing a used condom to somebody, and then getting it back, and someone wrote on it, you sucked. Like,
dude, stop
hilarious.
already.
Not funny, didn't laugh.
Dude, Wocky slush, dude. I'm just gonna
That
bring that up
reminds me
randomly.
of the, like, that line reminds me of, like, one bad loop and you do what I yoink you, two bad loops.
I have no idea
What?
what you're referencing, but okay.
You don't remember the one bad gloop, and she do what I yoinky 2 big gloops. It's a big ass Scorpy.
Is this a Dr. Seuss like rap battle that I'm hearing?
No, I don't know what it is, but it's that one video of like the cat, and it's just, and it's the one big gloop.
Lively. Have you been taking your medication lately?
Lively. Have you been drinking water?
I did, and I
You get a little cranky if you drink your water.
This is what happens when I drink. I'm so sweaty. Okay,
By the end of this interview, she's just like...
By the end of this interview, she's making cooking videos.
I asked my brother to bake cookies with me in the car this morning, and he wouldn't
In the
do
car?
It.
Why would you be baking cookies in the fucking car?
Because it was 102 degrees, and you can put cookies on
This
the
is
baking
the
sheet.
episode we realize Lively is actually insane.
Lively's like, yeah, we were cooking cookies in the car.
Yeah. I wanted to make a video
Doesn't
and be
everyone do that?
Doesn't everyone cook their fucking eggs on the roof?
That's why I was asking you how hot it needs to be to cook an egg on this cement.
Because you actually were.
I was gonna do it. And I didn't want to. I was like, it's gonna take too many ingredients to
I don't want to waste
It's
an
gonna
egg.
take too many ingredients to cook an egg on the sidewalk. You need an egg and you need a sidewalk.
The cookies. The egg is one egg. You've seen the video of me smashing an egg into my face. I don't have a problem smashing eggs.
Juliana's like, I got an egg. I need a fucking sidewalk. Where the fuck can I find it?
You can go outside. No, it's too much work.
No, too much ingredients!
I was so stressed out about smashing the egg into my head. Like, I was, like, so nervous. I was like, oh my god, is there gonna be, like, shell in my eye? So then I smashed it, and I didn't smash it very well. I mostly just smashed it, like, in my hand, like this. And it was the worst egg smash to the face I've ever seen, and everybody in the comments on Byte were like, boo! So then...
I have a question. What was the punchline for those who are unaware of your egg smashing video?
There was no punchline. I made a rap. I was rapping. I was rapping. I was like, egg on my mouth. It wasn't funny.
Damn.
It wasn't funny. There was no joke. It wasn't funny, and I just wanted to do it while I was home alone. I was wearing a Grinch shirt in it.
Lively, you need to just figure out the water issue. Please. I'm just kidding. I think I remember that video, and I think I remember it for the egg thing, because I'm pretty sure, didn't it just, like, fall off your face?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was like you cracked it into your forehead, and it was just, like, it fell off. It was just the weirdest thing I'd ever seen, for some reason.
It was the worst, yeah. It wasn't good. And then there was just eggshell all over my shower. I should...
You were in the shower and you did it?
Yeah, I'm not just gonna smash it, like, on my living room floor. What are you... Is that what
It's
you
not hot
wanted
enough
me
to cook it on my floor, you fucking idiot. Why would I do that?
It's hot enough to cook in my shower.
I was telling Nick, I was like, I'm gonna film a YouTube video. Like, I was finally, like, psyching myself up to do it. And, like, 4 things happened at once. I can't remember all of them, but I was talking to Nick, like, Snapchatting at the same time. Do you remember this, Nick? I sent you a recording. I was like, I was gonna record, then my fucking computer didn't work. I had to call IT. They worked for 3 hours on my computer, and they had no idea what the issue was at all. The IT people couldn't figure it out. And then, blah, 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 2 other things happened. And as I'm talking, my ring light, which I just bought and set up, fell on the ground and broke in half, and it was on the recording with Nick. I'm like, could it get any worse? And then it falls, and I'm like,
Could it get any worse?
It was so perfect, and
It's
I was
just
like,
like a
God
bad
is telling
sitcom.
Me. Yeah, I was waiting for people to laugh around the corner. Holy shit.
And then you look into the camera and you're like, womp 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 womp. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I also found out that my apartment complex has a fucking PA system in our apartment. Is this the way everyone's apartments are? I don't know where everyone lives, but that scared the shit out of me. They emailed us and they were like, we're going to do some fire alarm tests on Tuesday. And you're like, okay, I've had those everywhere I live. It's normal. There's a speaker on the wall, and I figured, I don't know what I thought it was for. I thought it was for the siren. And so at 10 a.m., I'm on a work call. And it's like a zombie apocalypse voice. He's like, warning, there is a fire in the fucking building. Please evacuate immediately. And I was like,
Who's there?
The voice was coming from in my apartment, not outside the apartment. Scared the shit out of me. And I was like, oh, well, it's just a recording. You know, they just said not recording. Then a live voice gets on. They were like, all right, sorry about that. That was a false alarm there. That was a false alarm. Please do not run out of the building. And I was like, they can fucking PA in here? Fuck.
Oh my gosh, one time in college, my friend was vaping, right? And then he was like, check this out. He sent me a Snapchat. He was like, just got a new vape in his dorm. And literally the next Snapchat was the smoke alarms going off and everybody evacuating. And he was like... and he was
That
like,
is- I need to see those Snapchats. One, I'm just a guy like in a chair, just like, hey, got a new...
Yes.
And the next one is just the building on fire, like blood
Yes,
running
yes.
away.
That's
I love how you
is
think this
hysterical.
is vaping, by the way. Like,
Sorry.
I'm really amused.
very small penis.
Guys, check out the world's smallest vape.
Okay, it was like a dab pen.
Stop. I don't do drugs.
Vaping is not even...
I know, that's a
Water
joke.
vapor.
Kill me, alright? I don't fucking know.
My friends
Oh my
all use
gosh.
dab pens now. They've evolved from vaping to only dab pens.
I'm gonna nod my head because I definitely know the difference between
I
that
know
and the
what
normal
that
ones.
is.
I know what that is. It's how's it spelled? Is it W-A-L-K-I?
It's like that.
This is drugs. This is drug talk, right?
Yes.
Dab, drugs are bad.
Drugs.
My most popular Vine, it was deleted because it was called Dabbing with the Dead, and my friend used to be really messed up. We used to hang out in the cemetery after school. I'd leave drama practice with her, and we would hang out in the cemetery, and there was like a dead mole, and my friend like picked it up and threw it at another chick, and then another chick brought her dab pen, right? So she was dabbing, and this was when dabbing was popular, so my friends were like dabbing on some graves, dancing, and then the other girl was dabbing and just like blowing smoke into a grave. And this was like, these were soldiers. This was at a veteran cemetery.
Oh, come on, guys.
People in the comments were very mad. My friend is Indian, and everybody was like, you terrorist. You are a terrorist. And
that's
multiple
sad.
people were like, I know what this cemetery is, and that is a veteran cemetery, and you are a terrorist. And so she deleted it. But it got really popular.
When you say popular, how popular do you mean?
Oh, I don't remember, but it was blowing the F up, and we got a lot of followers from it. Like, I
That's
remember
not
somebody
good.
really popular vined it, and a bunch of popular people liked it, and we were freaking out. We were like, oh my god, famous people like us!
You really couldn't do
Imagine-
anything worse.
Imagine, like, in this day and age, where Twitter is, like, just, you can post TikToks on Twitter. Imagine, like, Vine being, like, well, it was, but imagine, like, in this day and age, like, you're scrolling through Twitter, and you're like, oh, what are these people doing? And then they're dabbing on people's graves, and you're like, wait, that's Grandpa's grave!
Yeah, it was really bad. They were like, that is a veteran, he died for our country, and I was like, and literally my friends, we were just like, dabbing with the dead, dabbing with the dead, and that was like how
Just
we were.
every comment?
That was no, like literally, we were just like every time somebody dabbed, it was like we were like dabbing with the dead, and then the
That's
girl
so
like
stupid.
yeah, and then
That
the
is
girl
the-
blew smoke into the grave, and we were like dabbing with the dead, and then the chick threw the dead mole at a grave and was like,
Oh my
dabbing with the
gosh.
dead, and then
I
that
can
was the
see
whole
this video in my head.
It
I
was-
can see
I don't even have it now because my friends.
Was it only one video? Because it's only 6 seconds, so
That
you
was
guys
all
just
one
screaming
video.
How
at
did you
multiple...
cram all this into 6 seconds?
We.
Imagine trying your
Dab with the
brain.
dead, dab with the
Imagine
dead.
your brain
Yeah, no,
trying
it
to take
was
this
like,
all in. You're like
dabbing
dabbing
with
with the
the
dead,
dead.
dead mole, dead it's veteran time. Oh fuck! Oh my gosh!
Like, yeah, all of our vines, it was like they were never thought out.
Sad.
No. We,
She is
we
now.
would hang
She
out
just
in-
now every day updates her Instagram dabbing on a new grave.
This is part of why I've never had any social media. Like why I looked you guys up the other day, and you guys were like, "Where are you finding these photos of us as children?" And I'm
See,
like,
but that
I
no, it
just
was
really
different when
like-
I asked it because everyone else, you know their names. How did you find mine? I guess you
how'd I
do know
find
my
your
name. I guess you
I
do
do know
know
your name.
Yeah, I forgot.
Nobody
Fucking
needs
damn
to
it!
know.
Why did I think
Nobody
that was a good
needs
idea?
to know.
His name is Señor Pequeños. I don't know
because
what...
I know where that picture is. I know where that picture is. It's from my Facebook. And I
Yes,
was
it
like, that
was.
is. Oh, my Facebook. Ugh.
Ooh, my
Ugh.
you had some good stuff on there.
Shut
good
up.
Pictures.
They're all gross and ugly. The worst thing we did in a cemetery is this now what our stories are devolving into. See, I don't know. It's
every
bad.
time we came into the cemetery, we would also play like
Oh boy.
we would just play the song where it's like, and I'll meet you at the cemetery gates, and that it was like the dumbest song, but my friend was like, oh my god, this band, so good, and we'd have to listen to it every time we bust through the cemetery gate. Anyways, that's the end.
Which
every day, all the spirits are like,
we would go to Wendy's. We would get the 4 for $4 I ate the 4 for $4 every weekday for a full year of my life.
Ew. I mean, it's
It
good,
was
but
disgusting. And then we would go eat it in the cemetery.
all the spirits are like, oh, here she comes again, fucking damn it.
Yeah,
she's eating a burger on my death spot.
She's gonna take another shit on my grave. I can't do it.
We went on Halloween one day at midnight, right? And we were like, ooh, spooky, and we brought some people, and we thought it was gonna be like something scary happened, but the scariest thing was that a lady yelled at us because we were driving like 30 in a 20.
We were driving on the graves, like,
Yeah.
come on. We're making content, bitch.
She literally, like, yeah, screamed at us.
Knocking
She,
over
like,
tombstones and shit. Dabbin on the dab.
Yes, that was, we were literally like, Dad, we did that.
I just love this being a weekly series. This feels like a weekly SNL thing, that like a joke that went well the first time, but they keep doing it to death.
Yes.
Milking it.
Yes.
Just milking the shit out of it. It's fucking hysterical.
Yeah, and then that lady cussed us out, like, in front of children, and she's like, there are children here! And we were like, why are there children at a cemetery in pitch blackness at midnight? What is this?
Are you sure she
What
was
if she
real?
was dead?
That's what I'm saying.
Ghost!
She's like, there are children here.
My children I've been searching for months.
It was probably really obvious. Like, she was probably see-through and shit, but they were all just so fucking drunk. They're like,
was like,
shut up, fucking asshole. The one confirmed ghost sighting, they're like,
Okay, well, the
Fucking
reason
idiot.
we laughed...
What an idiot!
what a bitch.
The reason we actually laughed was because we were at a party, and my friend made a joke about cancer patients, and one of my friend's dads had just died of cancer 2 weeks before then, and she just straight up was like, I'm gonna ask you to leave now. And everyone was like, yeah, and everyone was like, understandable, have a nice night. And then my friend was like, well, I don't want to go alone. Who wants to go to the cemetery? And like, everybody was quiet, and then she was like, bro, come to the cemetery with me so I don't look lame. And I was like, okay.
This is who I want to follow.
We could do this with our cemeteries, where I'm sure it's a bunch of Confederates, and there's probably only 10 of them anyway, because our town is so fucking tiny. We have two, here's the thing with our graveyards. So we've got 2 of them. They're both on like symmetrically opposite sides of town for some dumbass reason. I guess one's for the Christians, one's for the heathens. I don't know. Anyway,
they're just the unmarked graves.
All of our cross-country routes, no matter whether we were running 3 miles, 5 miles, 13, all of them involved both of the cemeteries, and we're guys in cross-country, so we were always running shirts off,
women?
short shorts. So, you know.
No women shirtless?
No. What school were you? No, but anyway.
I love how mad he got.
Every time we were like, this is probably not the best to just be running through the cemetery. Like, we were on the sidewalks. We weren't just like running. We weren't just prancing through the graves or anything. But like, there was once, like, if you saw people in there, we'd turn around, right? Well, one time they were like hiding in the corner. We didn't see them, but we were like in the middle of a funeral procession. So we were like, oh shit, and like we ran out and stuff. And then we got a complaint at the school, and they wouldn't let us run the cemeteries anymore. So yeah, that was it. That was
Here's
the worst
a question.
thing.
I have a general question for Lively. Do your cemeteries not close, or is that like a thing over here? Because we have, it's gated.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have the same thing.
Didn't you hear me say when we would bust through the gates? I thought I said that.
Oh, I didn't catch on.
I was like, didn't you hear me say it when I said we set the gate on fire, you fucking idiot?
When they opened it with the crossbow.
As in, we did break into the cemetery.
With a crossbow? Did you say with a crossbow?
Oh, no, crowbar, not crossbar, sorry.
I guess they didn't really put a very good lock on it. My dog is licking my foot and stop.
Next, we're getting ready to rob a place, but did you bring the crowbar? Nope, but I brought a crossbow. Bow and arrow. What's the guy from the Avengers? What's the worthless dude? Hawkeye. That's Hawkeye at everything.
Jeremy Renner, don't you dare disrespect that.
Yeah, I saw him at Comic-Con. I saw him at Comic-Con.
Someone's having an allergic reaction. They're like, anyone have an EpiPen? No, but I got a crossbow. Stabs him with a fucking arrow.
He's out of his misery now.
He's out of his misery now.
Hey, Daniel, did you know about the Jeremy Renner app? Please tell me you did.
I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it.
He just posts selfies on there, and
Didn't he have,
people
like, a
pay him
breakdown?
money.
People
I
pay him
think
money for the pictures?
People pay money to comment more, I think. Lively, do you remember the Jeremy Renner app?
I don't.
People would comment, and he was like, well, if you pay a certain amount of money, you could comment to me directly. And they would say, like, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan. I've been suffering from this chronic illness for years. Honestly, I don't know if I'll make it. Can I get some, like, can you just shout me out or something? And he'd be like, peace. And put, like, a little emoji, and they paid, like, $300 for it.
Oh, my God.
The entire app got taken down. It's no longer a thing, but...
I heard he made an app, and I heard it got taken down. I had no idea what was in it. That's horrible. That's terrible.
And the thing about this that's crazy is that he would market this as, like, you're getting exclusive Jeremy Renner content. Everything was pulled from his Instagram. Nothing was exclusive.
So he's
people
insane.
who just, like, post their same things.
The entire format of the app was Instagram. It was exactly the layout of Instagram. The icons and everything. The only thing is it was just his posts. No one could post anything. And you can only like and comment on his stuff. Sometimes interact with you.
So it's like you pay to have his own personal Instagram? I'm confused.
Yeah, but it's only his account.
That's so bizarre. So he's insane, basically. Like, he has issues?
Pretty much.
He seems like a memer.
He killed his wife, like, a while ago.
He what?
So,
Wait, what?
He killed his wife.
He killed his wife?
No, he didn't kill his wife, but he like strangled her to the point where she almost died or something. It was on the news.
I like how you corrected yourself, like, no, she didn't kill her. My goodness, that'd be terrible. No, he strangled her to the point where she passed out. And I was like, oh, well, that's better. No kidding. How did he get to be in Marvel stuff? They're usually, like, really careful about making sure no one talks.
They were like, you know what? Hawkeye's a good Jeremy Renner character. No one wants to play Hawkeye.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Nah, just let Jeremy do it. Couple more movies.
They get, like, really old, washed-up actors to play him. Like, they get... Who's the guy who did, like, George Costanza? He's, like, the next Hawkeye. I would
like to see
I would watch that Avengers so fucking bad. I'm gonna shoot a bow and arrow!
I like that. I'd watch it.
This Thor guy's gone too far! I can't do. I've never tried an impression of him. That's the first time I've ever done it, and it was trash.
I mean, honestly, it's a pretty good George Costanza, angry in the middle of a fight. I mean,
I love him so much.
He would be yelling at decibels never heard before.
I love him. I feel bad. Every show is like that, where it's like half the people have an obscene amount of fame, and half the people are never heard from again. It's too bad.
Jason Alexander specifically, or okay.
Well, like. No, Jason Alexander and, Seinfeld or...
He was in a Super Bowl ad. He's doing okay.
Yeah, he was a shirt.
Breaking Bad, you got Bryan Cranston and, what's his name? But it's usually because with shows, you don't cast, like, actors necessarily. You cast people that, like, they are that person. Like, like Jesse. They cast Jesse because, like, he was the character that they wanted. So it's like everything else he acts in. Everyone's like, he's Jesse, So I feel bad for those people.
He voiced the asexual character.
No, he was also a different animated character. He was that, what was it, Duckman or something? Do you guys remember that?
Duckman!
That's like an obscure thing, but it was like one of...
I'm a
was
Duckman!
That like an early 2000s cartoon?
Yeah,
I think I remember that.
Oh, so he was that before Breaking Bad, you mean? I thought you meant he was in, like,
No, we're talking about Jason Alexander.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jesse Pinkman. I thought you were talking... Okay, sorry. I was imagining Jesse as a fucking duck man.
12. Yeah, Duckman.
Yo, Mr. Duck! What up, bitch?
Mr. Duck.
No, that's the thing. He was the only duck, I think.
He was like a detective or something.
Yes, Lively, you remember this.
Yes, I do remember, and it was like very sexual, but it was still...
Yes, it was an adult cartoon.
Yeah.
No, it was like HBO or something. I don't remember where it was.
Well, it was I remember some of that.
That's crazy, yeah.
He like banged human women and such.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like a weird... I don't know. Ducks and human women was a thing back then.
Don't you remember there was also like a superhero movie with the duck?
Howard the Duck. I was just getting at that.
There it is.
Yeah.
You know what
There's
I'm
a weird
talking
obsession
about? With the duck fuck. It was a thing in like the early 2000s.
I'm glad you penned that term.
Duck fuck. Copyright. Rated R. Coming to you in 2023.
I swear.
Dude, we watched the nature video on ducks when we were in Colorado. And ducks are absolutely terrifying. And if you haven't seen this video, I'm going to forward it to you. But I'm terrified of ducks now. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying.
Oh, they're absolutely
100%.
terrifying. They have barbed cork penises. And nothing is more terrifying than that. Oh my gosh, that was a terrifying video.
Yeah, have you ever seen, like, geese, like, mating at, like, a park or anything?
No, have you?
Well, yeah. I was on a mission trip, and I was, like, with children, and they're like...
I was on a mission
well,
to watch
yeah.
geese fuck.
And they were like, look, they're playing! And then, like, it was literally the male goose, like, grabbing the female goose head like this, and, like, dunking it under the water.
I'm sorry, you're using hands, but ducks don't have hands.
I think you were high.
Okay, this is
She was like, dude, I'm not even kidding. The goose grabbed the other goose's hair and was pulling it back.
Yeah. The goose grabbed the female goose neck.
Dude, they're choking that goose out.
Yes, dunked it under the water so that it was drowning it, so that it could, like, you know, be submissive. And when the duck was on the verge of drowning,
waterboarding the goose.
When the female
Waterboarding
duck
the
was
goose.
on the verge of drowning, the male duck, you know.
So it was like a Jeremy Renner goose.
Yeah, but except the male ducks, like, always rape the female ducks. Like, 100% of the time. They mount them when they're drowning.
I'm not laughing
absolutely
at that. I'm
terrifying.
laughing at the
You're
fact
like,
that
I'm not laughing that you'll get raped.
No, the fact that you're like, so it's a Jeremy Renner goose. That's such an obscure sentence, but it's so good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
I've literally been so depressed all week that I'm so high right now on comedy. I am just so ready for this shit.
You're
Well, and then
I have a quick question.
Oh boy.
Now that we're on the topic of
duck
geese?
fucking. Oh,
okay.
No, just
Nick's been
ducks
waiting
in
for this
general.
topic. He's like, hey, now that we're on the topic of duck
Yes!
nice!
No, so, not too long ago I went to the doctor's office, and when you go in, they sit you down, and they have a big screen, and they give you a TV remote, and they go, you know what, put on whatever you want. We have Netflix, we have Hulu, we even have Amazon Prime.
This is a
it wasn't a hospital.
super
This
nice
is-
hospital. Holy shit.
This is a doctor's office, not a hospital, not dying. Anyway, so they say Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime, whatever you want, go ahead and watch it. And my question for you is, what do you put on in that situation? When the doctor's going to be in, the nurses are around, what do you put on the TV?
When I was
I
with my family,
I had an existential crisis figuring out what to put
you were
on.
just scrolling.
I was
Why?
scrolling for maybe like 20 minutes, just like,
What won't they judge me for?
Yeah, like were you
So I
afraid
want
they
to
were
hear
gonna
what you
judge
guys
for
would put
something?
on before I tell you
Well,
what I
when
put
I was
on.
with my
Well,
family,
hold on. I
we
need
were
to hear the
camping.
motivation. So, like, were you questioning this because, like, you didn't want them to judge you, or?
Like,
Yeah.
a few things. Okay, one, I don't want to be judged, but okay, here's my thought process. If I put on like a comedy
yeah.
and they make like a weird like sexual joke,
Then it's like,
if you laugh at that and they're like, that's tasteless. Like, I don't want to,
yeah,
you know.
it's like they're medical professionals.
Yeah,
like,
and then you're like, like, you know
You're
what I
like,
mean? I don't want to be that guy.
and then
So
if
that's
you
that.
put
I don't
on,
want to
like,
be judged.
If you put on like a cartoon, like a kid show, then they're gonna be like, this person's immature.
This guy's immature. Grow
yeah,
up, buddy.
yeah, I know exactly what you're saying because the other.
So they're
day I was
watching through
camping.
like a two-way interrogation window. Like, what's he gonna turn on?
Yeah.
Oh,
how
he
it
turned
feels.
on BoJack Horseman. What a fucking dweeb.
What a creep.
He turned
I
on Rick
love
and Morty.
BoJack.
IQ 1000.
And when this guy doesn't need a doctor, he should
So
be
what
a
do
doctor.
you guys put on in that situation?
I put on the Great British Baking Show. Like, you can't go wrong
Of
with
course.
that. To me,
That's
More
safe.
cooking shit.
it's like British. It's like British quaint. Like, nobody's gonna be offended by it.
I put
True,
the
okay.
Wocky slush video on loop.
7 seconds.
They can hear it from the hall. They're like, "Where's that
Wonky
coming
slush.
from?" Wonky slush, wonky slush, wonky slush. Like, where's that coming from? They finally come into my room, and it's just me, like, sitting there drooling, like. The video on loop. They're like, "Holy shit, this guy's fucked
This
up."
man
Blacked
really
out like
needs a
20
doctor.
minutes ago. I don't know how to wake him up.
I blacked out. I'm just like, "Hello, doctor."
All right,
Turn off
yes.
the
Have you seen this funny Wocky slush video?
I didn't know
I
that's
think
how
I
you
found-
spelled that. Hello, doctor. I am shitting blood.
This is what I'm actually here for.
Okay, sorry. To
But-
answer your actual question, it's
Yeah.
gonna sound ironic, but probably House, the doctor show,
Oh.
because that's what I'm watching right now.
I found it. You guys don't remember that?
I've never seen that a day in my life. 1, 2, I thought I was going insane because I'm like, dude, I hear voices, but no one's like acknowledging it for like 2 seconds.
No one's
And I was like,
acknowledging it.
dude.
And it's
Oh
just like,
my
mom,
God.
mom,
Like, this is it. Like, this is my end.
We can just see a dark figure behind him. We're like, Nick.
Nick. He's like, do you guys smell toast?
It's just approaching.
Burning.
I smell almonds.
Yeah.
I don't even
You
know.
guys
Is
taste
almonds
pennies?
a smell for something bad? I just picked almonds out of a hat. I don't know.
You know, almonds taste like the center of an apricot, but the center of apricot.
I've never just chewed on the center of an
You know,
apricot,
somebody
but thanks
made
for
me
letting
eat a
know.
couple.
A couple, so not even just one. So you willingly were like, yeah, I'd pop another one of those bad boys.
When I worked at the hospital, it was like disgusting. Initially, it tastes really bad, like burning poison, and then the aftertaste is like amaretto.
What are you talking about?
The
Apricot
pit of
centers. You're not supposed to
pits
eat
of
those.
apricot.
Those
Why are
can
you
kill
eating
dogs.
Anyways, so this guy, when I was working
Hold
at
on,
the...
no. Those can kill dogs, and you're over
Yes,
here. Cyanide.
yes. And the guy who gave it to me,
Almond.
he made me eat like 5, and I was like, this is very bad tasting. And then he was like, swallow it, it's good for you. And then after I swallowed it, I was like, this tastes like poison. And then he was like, there's actually a really high dose of cyanide in them, but it's not enough to kill you, obviously. And I was like, why did you make me eat this?
Why did you continue? You said 5.
Well, I ate them. I shoved. He had them in like a little cup. He made us all eat them. We were like
He's
chewing.
trying to kill all of you.
Yeah.
You had shot glasses
Fucking
of pits and you were eating them?
Yeah.
No
They
wonder
they
you're
were like
fucking
those
messed
little
up.
paper cups. They were like the little sample cups. They were like the little sample.
We danced in
paper
graveyards
cups.
and did shots of apricot pits. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
sweating blood.
I don't. Yeah. So he was like, I am a cancer survivor, and this is what saved me.
I want you to live my experience.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he's like, get cancer. No, he wanted us to eat them because he believed that it was like, oh, consuming this amount of poison will kill all of the toxins in your body. That
This
was
is
like complete.
all- this is
So
lively.
this
This is
man,
really
he
serious.
wasn't actually a hospital worker, as it turns out. He did work at the hospital, but he was a maintenance guy. He was a maintenance guy, as in he fixed the toilets.
And you believed
And you
this man.
believed him.
He gave you apricot pits
Everybody
in a
else
cup,
was
and you're
eating
like,
them.
Dude
They
with
were all
overalls and a
medical
fucking bucket and a
professionals.
mop was like, "Here, take a shot of these apricot pits." And you were like,
Try
"Dude,
it."
yes."
yes, without a
basically
doubt,
what
I'll
happened.
ingest
And then
them
you were
right
like,
now,
"Guys,
man.
you're not gonna believe this. The guy that gave us little medicine shot glasses of apricot pits, yeah, the guy holding the mop, yeah, the guy
Yeah,
cleaning
he's
the toilet, he's
insane.
not a fucking doctor."
Yeah, he
He
wasn't.
doesn't even work here.
He doesn't now. He doesn't
I
work
wonder
there anymore.
why. Hello?
He does it now. Weirdly enough, we had 10 patients die that day. I don't know why.
All had ingested
All the
apricot
autopsies
He
pits.
had
was a
apricot
very
pits
bitter
in him.
man. He had prostate cancer
He
and had
was
to have some of
trying
his
to
penis
kill
removed.
you.
He was literally doing a social experiment with you. He was literally going to see if you would die. You don't think this is serious?
I mean, he ate them every day. I saw him eat them every day.
And he had prostate cancer.
Yes, he did have prostate cancer.
Wonder why? Because you can't piss out apricot pits.
Dude, yeah, he had to have some of his penis removed, so he was always just a really good man after that.
What are you talking about?
It's true, he did.
So you listen to the janitor toilet man with half a penis.
Yes.
Okay, now, hear me out. Let's say this is a member. Did they cut it this way or like?
I never asked him. I didn't.
Oh
know-
my gosh.
So he's like, yeah, part of it's gone, and you were like, okay. And then he's like, you want to try these apricot pits? And you're like, okay.
Hold on. Let's go back to the next question of which way was it sliced. So you're actually asking if it was sliced from
It's
head
like
to
pencil
balls.
thin.
Well,
Is
we
that
don't
what
know
you're
if there's, like,
asking?
an
So that the piss just trickles out of you instead of actually
I'm not
like,
saying
traveling
down
down
the
the
middle.
dick.
I'm not saying down the middle. What I'm
Like
simply
it was
saying is
shaved.
if there's like an infection or a growth
You
on the
said
side,
down
they're
the
like,
middle.
No,
Like
I just
a
said on
hot
the
dog
side.
bun. How does that work? Just fills the hot dog bun with piss and dumps it over like a dump truck.
He's like, it's time to go, and he unrolls and it just splashes out.
Time to go. He just opens up the hot dog bun, just lets the pee fall down into the
You're in
urinal.
the stall next to him. It just sounds like someone emptying a gallon, like, and you're like, geez, man, they were holding it.
When I was a kid, I never really saw people like pee.
Have a dick? Me neither.
In like a.
Bizarre.
I never saw people like pee in a toilet.
Oh my
Like
God.
I only saw people like use urinals in like movies and stuff. So I thought that was like
my
how
God.
you had to use the bathroom. So when I was like 5, I peed like standing. Which that didn't really work for me, but I did it until I was like 5. So.
So you made it sound like it wasn't a big deal. You're like, yeah, I just saw it in a movie once, and then I did it for 5 years.
Yeah, it was like, here's the bowl.
What?
And like, here's me. And I'm just like pissing over it.
You just definitely did a gang symbol. Here's me. Here's my Cara Delevingne vagina wall, and then here's the urinal.
Yes. Yeah, and then I also.
Oh my word.
Did you question why there were no urinals in the women's
So that's
bathroom?
that's a Foreigner's album cover, isn't it? I'm not big with bands, but is that not a Foreigner's album cover? Is a girl shitting in a urinal?
It might
Look
be.
it up. Look it up. I'm pretty sure
you guys
it is.
look up the woman shitting right now.
It was in an ice cream shop.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
The woman.
I don't know how I'm gonna
Woman
do this.
shit. Look it up.
Women shit.
I also one day it was really hot and we ran out of cream sodas. And I convinced my brother that my piss in this cup was cream soda.
Oh my God.
And he drank my piss.
Wait, okay, hold on. That is a very interesting story, but I have to find this girl shitting first.
I have to find this girl shitting first. Shut the fuck up.
Foreigner's
Shut up.
album bathroom? Question mark? This is my work computer, by the way.
Oh, I
Nice.
see. Oh.
There we go. There we go.
There she goes.
Boom.
She
I know
booping.
nothing about... Okay,
What
we
is
got
that
a lot of
picture
other
of
really
the guy
bad pictures on
peeing
here,
on his
and
hand?
we're done. We're done. That's the end of that for today, folks. Thank you very much for joining the... Alright, so, okay, now, hold on. Go to this next story. You made your brother drink your shit? Sorry, piss?
Nope. No pooping. Pee is actually
You make it sound like that's
sterile.
any better.
Piss is sterile. So...
It's not. It just got debunked. Whoever created that just got
It's from
debunked,
Dodgeball.
like-
You've seen Dodgeball, right?
yeah.
Yeah, where he's like,
piss
is
is
this really
sterile.
necessary? And he's like, is it necessary? Was it necessary for me to drink my own urine? And he's like, I don't think so, no. And he's like, but I do it anyway because I like the taste and it's sterile.
Okay, in anatomy,
Great,
we
son.
actually learned that your pee is pretty sterile, but the thing is, once it touches, like, any surface, it's really good at attracting bacteria. So, like, basically you can pee into somebody's mouth and it will be sterile.
Thank you for that. So now I know if we're dying in the desert, I need to have people piss in my mouth.
Yeah. But,
Here's the thing. You said most people's piss is sterile. That doesn't include people that don't drink water, does it?
Probably not, so probably not mine.
So your piss is the opposite. It will kill you.
You piss like straight up tar, don't you?
The opposite of sterile.
My pee, if you've ever seen, like, just tea.
If you've ever seen my pee,
You guys are
Yeah, it's all the time.
which I haven't. I'm going to do the rest of the podcast in a Rip Torn voice.
It's basically the color of, like, Lipton tea. It's very dark.
Nick's face is just, that's funny. I'm glad we've got this information
I'm
now.
convinced, like, when she uses the bathroom, you know how you usually hear, like, a pee sound. Hers is just like...
It's like chunky milk.
Yeah, it's just...
Chunky milk. Where are you guys
It's
on
just
the
like-
piss scale? Can you see this? Where are you
Oh
on
my
the
gosh.
Where are you on the piss scale?
Thanks for this. You've never seen that, Nick?
You've never seen the piss scale?
I'm laughing at the fact that she had it, like, spread out, just like, wait.
She's like, wait a minute, this is my wallpaper.
I love this picture.
She's
I
like
love the
asking
piss
people in the
scale.
bathroom. She goes
are
in the
you?
men's restroom,
Where
starts
are you?
pissing in the urinal, and then holds her phone up.
Oh my
What's your piss
God.
scale?
Where are you on the piss scale?
Send me the picture so I can see
Clear.
the colors
It's
properly.
clear. Just clear.
Where are you on the piss scale, Nick?
Clear.
Let me click
Okay,
on your thing.
whose pee is shit color? That's not good.
That's
Yeah,
like
Jesus.
mine is like.
No, that's mine!
Hey! Hey! Shut the fuck up! My piss is like PMS 1255. On the scale. It's like when you go to the paint stores and they have the swatches.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Let me swallow my piss water. Jeez. I was literally sitting there trying not to choke on water for 30 seconds. Holy shit. I picked the wrong time to start chugging piss.
No,
Oh my
but
God.
like my pee, you know how pee is really warm? So like my brother, he was like questioning. He was like 4 years old. He was like, "Why is this cream soda so warm?" And I was like, "Bro, it's like 100 degrees out. It's just been sitting in the sun." And he drank my piss, and he was drinking it, and he was like, "Yeah."
Thank you for
Okay,
that story.
I was confused when you said drinking. I thought like he was like, odd, and then he just finished the glass.
Like-
but he
like
clearly
he-
was.
it
Like
was
a wine connoisseur.
Yeah, it was just a glass. and
Slightly
he was-
woody.
Yeah, he was really thirsty, so like, you know, initially he chugged it,
Oh, jeez.
and then
Oh,
after
man.
he was like, but he'd already drank it at that point. Also, one
You
time
just-
at daycare,
Holy shit.
our daycare lady had a chihuahua, and
Hold on, is this a piss story?
No, it's a shit story.
Okay, let me get my piss story out of the way real quick while I'm thinking about it. You literally just brought this memory to my head out of nowhere.
I need to stop talking about shit. My friends tell me I genuinely need. I'm not gonna tell the poop story anymore. You know what?
No,
I need
tell
to
it after
stop.
this.
Hold on,
I
yeah,
need
tell
to
it
stop
after this.
talking
Tell it
about
after
poop so
this.
much.
My story's not that funny. We're gonna need a good shit
I
story
told my
round
friend
out.
it was gonna be a podcast only about talking about poop.
Man,
Like it
good.
was
What do you
going
know?
to be
It
the
is.
Poopcast. And they
Go
were
ahead.
like,
Oh,
please don't
gosh.
name it that. No one's gonna pay for that.
So
Go ahead.
there was a story. It's this very quick story. It's not even that funny, I don't think. But anyway, so we're doing cross country, right? And in cross country, when you go to different meets, they put you in a bus and they take you wherever. But we've only got like 10 people, so it's a gigantic fucking bus for 10 people. So everyone's got their own booth. Everyone's kind of spread out. For some fucking reason, even though I was an adult, I was like, I had to piss, and I wasn't. We were still driving. I was like, shit. So the only thing I had was a mini Ice Mountain water bottle, and I was like, this is just not.
You're like,
gonna
my
go well.
penis isn't gonna fit in this.
No, the problem was it was just hitting the sides of the opening. It's all No, but anyway, so I was like, and we're on a bus, so I'm trying to like piss without anybody knowing I'm pissing. So I'm
You
like,
could have just peed out the window.
I'm ready to go. I braced myself. I'm starting to piss. Right then, we hit a fucking speed bump going 50, and just piss everywhere on the seat in front of me. I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh shit.
Why'd you have to make that sound effect?
I didn't say it out loud, but that's what my brain was saying.
Oh, everyone's like, he's coming!
Yeah, in a quiet bus at 6 a.m., you hear me from that going, Sorry, I didn't come. I was just pissing in the bus.
I was
Anyway,
just pissing.
thank God
Don't
these seats are
worry.
leather. Thank God these seats are leather. Anyway, so I'm just sitting there amazed, holding in the half gallon of piss that now I'm afraid to let out. It's just coming off the seat and on the floor, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. And there's nothing to wipe it up. Nothing at all. So I go
You
to the
had
front
to
of the bus.
drink it.
I go to the front of the bus. Not off the floor. It's not. She's trying to tell
Like
herself
you're
it was okay. She's
Zamboni.
like, and you had to drink it, right?
It's okay that you drink
Zamboni'd
piss
it.
off the-
Come on,
Anyway.
get to it.
So I go to the front of the bus, and this bus driver was the meanest person to ever walk the earth. And I was like,
So you pissed on them.
I was like, Caroline, this woman was 300 pounds. Not shaming. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I don't know why I had to ask.
No,
Anyway.
I'm not fat shaming. Please.
Anyway.
I pissed on her. Long story short.
No, I say that because she couldn't come back and check on me. Because, anyway, 300 pounds.
couldn't
Anyway.
get through the-
So I asked her, I'm like, Caroline, do you have anything to maybe wipe up some water that may have trickled down, in the seat?
water.
And she was like, oh, you spilled my bus. All I've got here is this rag. She gives me like a washcloth. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. And I'm walking back. She's like, bring it back when you're done. And I'm like,
No.
oh, fuck. So
No.
I go and back, I wipe it up, and then I sit there for a second. I'm like, what am I going to fucking do? I just toss out the window and be like, Caroline, I'm sorry. I
had my
accidentally
hand
threw it
slipped.
out the window. I have a lighter. I'm like, sorry, Caroline, I accidentally set it on fire. Do I kill myself? Like the
You
A,
ate
B,
it.
C, D. What do I do? So I don't know what I was thinking. I went back up to the front because she's got like a little garbage can at the front of the bus. I was going to try to toss it in real quick before she like knew what she was doing. And
she's
so I
like, "Give me my
tossed
sweat
it in the
rag."
trash bucket, and I was like, thanks, and I kind of walked back. She's like, she reaches out, grabs it out, and she's like, that was my personal rag. Wipes her forehead with it!
No.
With the piss
No!
rag! And I'm standing there in the middle of the aisle just
No!
No! I'm gonna get evicted. It's 11:30. I'm screaming in my apartment. Oh my gosh. And that's the end of the story. That was absolutely horrifying.
And that was the piss rag story.
That's
That was it.
horrible. Oh my
That's
god.
terrible.
Oh my god.
My
Yep.
story was just about my brother almost eating the poop because we tricked him into thinking it was a Tootsie Roll. That was
How
it.
dumb.
That was it. He was like a little kid, and my daycare lady was the one who said it, so of course he's gonna listen to the daycare lady. She
The
like
daycare lady told him about it?
Yeah, she picked it up with a napkin because it was small, because it was a chihuahua.
Wait, she was a
And-
daycare worker?
Yeah.
You can get, like, arrested for that shit.
Yeah, you know, I feel like
Literally.
a lot of the messed
No
up
pun
stuff
intended.
about my personality really directly stems from my experience at that daycare. But, like, you know, it
No
made me
kidding.
the person I am today. I'm really interested. Every
Juliana,
single one
any
of us
the
who
19
went to
stories
that
you shared
daycare,
today could have made you who you are today.
Yeah.
all of us who went to that daycare now do need therapy. I do keep in contact with them. They all
With your daycare people?
yeah.
Oh my god.
They were like my best friends
hysterical.
as a kid. What
I
Yeah.
wish I had friends from when I was a kid. That's adorable.
It's like, I remember one time my daycare lady was like, we were watching a movie, and her husband had come back from work, and she was like, you know what we're gonna do tonight? And she's like on his lap, like just straight up like slobbing her face in his lap, and I was like,
Wait.
I was
Whose
like
lap?
8.
Whose lap? Whose
Her
lap? Whose
husband's-
lap?
Her mouth on her husband's crotch,
Oh
and
my
I was
gosh.
like 8, and I was like, I see.
Looks like head.
Yeah.
8 years old.
Yeah, and I learned a lot from that daycare. And,
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying.
and
Who
we
is
all-
this person? We have to
always
find
used
them.
to say biatch because we didn't think that was the B word because our daycare lady would say it all the time. So we would just like go to first grade and we were like biatch, and it was like all of these daycare kids and we're like beep biatch. We didn't know it was a bad word.
We were in the daycare center going, dabbing on the dead.
Yeah.
We didn't think it was bad. Oh, kill me.
I have some interesting stories from that daycare. When I was a child, I hit puberty way before my friends. And
Oh, this sounds like a really good intro. Continue.
And so
Yeah.
one of my friends, she did not have a chest. So I used to say pancakes to her because we would change in front of each other all the time, and she was always jealous of me. And yeah, so she called them pancakes. And then I found out in high school, so she had really big nipples when we were in high school, like giant nipples, right? And everybody,
Right.
she would send her titties to everybody, and everybody in school called them pancake nipples, and that just disturbed me so much, and I was like, she kept the nickname I gave her as a child for her flat titties for her titties now, her iconic titties. She showed them to people all the time. Like, she'd get drunk at parties, and she'd be like, check them out, and everyone's like, there's her pancake tits again. Yeah,
So what the moral of the story is, you're pissed you didn't copyright the nickname you gave your friend's tits.
Yeah. It's just weird because it used to be because she was flat-chested, and now it's because she has giant flat nipples.
I'm so glad that we had this time together. No, we were talking earlier about, I had a topic in here about the different churches in the same buildings. Have we covered that today?
Mm-hmm.
So the way this came up was my original town, it has like 2,000 people. It's small as shit. Yet there's like 8-9 churches in this town. So if you divide by population, and 100% of the people do go to church, that's like 200 people max per church. It's bizarre. And there's so many that they also use the same church for different churches. They use the same building. So at 10 a.m. it's United Methodist. At noon it's Jordan Baptist. I don't fucking know. At 3 o'clock it's Lord of the Nazarene. I don't know. They're all the weird names. But I don't understand. So it's like, do you really disagree with people that much that you're going to wait till they walk out? You're like standing at the door waiting for them to come out like it's homeroom. You're like, yeah, go all you guys with your dumb baptism theory. All right, bullshit. And then they get in there and they're like, all right, guys, huddle up.
And they're like, we're the ones that don't let women lead in the church.
We
don't
disagree
like
so much with your theory. Can we use the building after you're done? That was what Nick said earlier. That's so funny to me. It's so funny. I want to know how this started and how people had the balls to work up to be like, we hate you, we're leaving. Also, we're not leaving. Can we use the same building when you're done?
We'll leave it clean before we go.
And then I was like, I don't even know if they're all the same thing. So it's like at 10 a.m., we've got United Methodist. At 2 p.m., Jordan's Satanist cult. Same announcement board for each, same social media. Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm the pastor of United Methodist. Please join us at 10 a.m. for a nice, heartwarming Jesus service. At 2 p.m., please come in for the hedonists. No, pagans. Please come in at 5 p.m. for the pagans, and we'll bring in some extra rocks.
I just remembered I have a key to the church I used to work at. Like, they never took it back from me.
Ooh,
So I could just...
that's a video idea right there.
Free communion wafers.
Can we go to your church and replace all the Jesus pictures with black Jesus? Oh, that'd be fun.
I should flip every cross upside down in the church.
Don't. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We never see Lively
You realize
again.
the best start of a prank video is you saying, I've got an extra key to my church. Oh, there's so much
man,
you
the
can do.
debauchery that could happen in the walls of Christ.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine coming back and all the crosses are upside down? That'd be absolutely terrifying.
They'd be freaking
I would
out.
shit myself. Oh my gosh! I can't imagine.
My boss
Oh,
is
that'd be scary.
actually retiring this weekend. Well, not retiring. She's moving to a different location. But I want to go and like support her. But it's going to be 111 degrees, and it's going to be held outside. So like,
Ew.
I don't think I really want to go. It doesn't sound very pleasant.
I don't understand people that... my mom makes fun of me. I don't understand anything that happens outside. Weddings, people eating. I don't get it. I don't get the
Cousin
fun.
got married today.
It's like flies everywhere.
It's just... Yeah, it's just like what we've made... We've come to the point in society we've made houses to keep out the bugs and to keep out the 111 degree fucking heat. Let's just go outside. Let's just see how the homeless people live. Let's just eat food in their faces. I don't get it. Let's go outside with the bugs and the sun and people and sounds and to eat my sandwich because now I don't know. I don't get it.
That church was always really hot. Like, it was super warm in there and they didn't have a very good cooling system. So I feel like 111 degree heat would actually be, like, cooler outside, sadly.
Well, yeah, with the breeze, probably. So you're
Yeah.
saying, wait, so how does this tie into, so you're saying this person's retiring in your church?
Yeah, she's just moving to a different church. She's gonna be, like, a pastor somewhere else. She was, like, the youth group pastor, and I was, like, a youth group, intern, I guess? I don't know. I was, like, a youth
Gotcha.
pastor? I don't know.
A yin-turn?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I was a paid intern. Yeah, everybody's always like, oh, you just volunteered at a church? And I was like, nope, that was my first real job. And probably one of my best paying jobs, sadly.
That's surprising, because usually those people are criminally underpaid.
Well, if you looked at it on an hourly rate, then I probably made like $2 an hour, but maybe less than that.
Wow, best paying job ever.
But like
Yeah,
the thing
very
is, like,
high
Nice.
paying.
the thing is, when I worked there, like, that was when all my friends went there, so it was basically like I was just getting paid to hang out with my friends and set things up. But it was
Yeah.
like I'd be working like 80 hours a week. Like, I was always there. Always there.
And you guys had like legit mission trips, right? To like
Yeah,
real
and
countries?
then I would just like leave for like a week and be in charge of like kids for. But it was super fun. Except I later learned that one of my friends that also worked there, Alvin. I've mentioned him to you guys before. I'm name dropping my boy on this. He's
I don't
probably not going to
remember.
watch this. You don't remember? I sent a video of him today.
I don't remember what I ate
in a
for
jacuzzi.
breakfast this morning.
I sent a picture of him today in a jacuzzi with a gallon of chocolate milk. How do you not remember that?
I don't know how I don't remember that.
That
That
was
is
literally
crazy
today.
unique.
We don't like Hitler in this chat. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Look, this might be controversial. Hitler was wrong, okay?
Come out and say it. I don't like the guy. I don't like him.
Please follow our podcast.
If he cuts this properly, like, it'll be like a conversation about your manager retiring, and then it's gonna go to, you know what, Hitler? Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Look, I've been looking into
like
this
him.
Hitler guy that's come up a little bit on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
Not a good guy. In fact, he's
Yes.
kind of an asshole.
I'm just going to come and say we don't support Hitler.
Please follow our Patreon for some more hot topic issues and more of our, beliefs about things.
More hot
Unpopular
takes.
opinion. Yeah, the pastor. at
Come
the
follow our
church I used to-
Patreon to find out what we really think about the rat that started the bubonic plague. Spoiler alert, he's an asshole.
That rat, you know what? He helped with population control. I'm just going to come out and say it.
Juliana, I gotta cut this shit out. Juliana can really ruin my life, because in the middle of any story, she can just pop in and be like, you know what, Thor was right. No, not Thor, wait.
Thor!
Who's the Thanos? Yeah. Thanos was right.
You know what?
The anus.
From an ecological
Nick, if you yawn one more time, I'm gonna slap your nuts off.
From an ecological point of view, Thanos had a point.
The anus.
Thanos had a point. He had a point.
Thanos snaps. Half the dick of the janitor doctor comes off. That's good. And it's like, he looks at it, he's like, oh, it's hot dog style. Fuck.
The hot dog.
The fuck is this bullshit? I just love that idea. Like, Thanos is cursed, like, sort of, like, buffering, spazzing out, half of some shit going away, half of some shit not.
Yeah. It's like, dude, did the snap hit you? And it's like, no, that's why I'm here, bro. It didn't affect any part of my life, I swear. And then they're like, dude, you seem pretty adamant about that. And he's like, nothing.
Dude, like, he snapped, and, like, I'm still here, but, like, I don't have any blood. All my blood in my body is gone. It's
my
just
balls?
fucking air.
He left my balls. Took my dick.
Imagine a guy getting head, and he's just laying there. His legs start vanishing up, and he's like, no.
Oh, my God.
And he's like, no.
Oh, my God.
The jeans are slowly getting flat.
No.
Not now.
That'd be so much funny if the curse was just half of something. You don't know what. Wouldn't that have been so much more funny? So much less serious. Like the Avengers are standing there after he snapped, and they're like looking at each other, and like Captain America like looks in his pants. He's like, "You're not gonna believe this. My dick is gone."
My dick?
You're not gonna believe this. I've only got one testicle now.
Yes, they keep the balls, but no dick.
Jeremy Renner's like, "You're not gonna believe this. I've got an app now." Everyone's like, "No, Jeremy, you've had that for a while now."
Oh man, that guy.
Please stop sending us peace signs. I really just want donations for my dying
Peace and
aunt.
love. Peace and love.
It's just like a really shitty Cameo where the only person on Cameo is Jeremy Renner. It's the worst thing I've ever heard. Did
My
you guys
friend
see...
got a Cameo, but it was from people from 90 Day Fiancé.
Depressing.
I know, right? I was like, what the F? Apparently that's his guilty pleasure. He's like obsessed with 90 Day Fiancé.
Who was it by? Was it one
He got
of them,
one
like...
from Big Ed.
Of course.
Yeah, and like
Why is he famous? I didn't watch the show, but I've seen
he's just like
idiot.
he's just a big goober. Well, a
he's
small goober.
super rich though.
Probably.
No.
Yes.
Well, probably now, but
Probably
yes.
now.
Before.
Yeah, but my friend's mom, that's what he got for Christmas, and he's like, this is the best gift I've ever gotten. I'm like, this is really sad. He also told me not to tell anyone about it, so I'm not going to say his name.
Everyone knows.
I won't mention his name. He doesn't need to know.
When we get 25,000 Patreon subs, I'm going to reshare this video just so I can get as many people to see this as possible.
And they're going to stalk you lively, and they're going to be like, what is it? We're going to find out.
Cameo is super smart. I'm just pissed I didn't think about it.
Like, you didn't market it?
Yeah, it's such a genius idea, and people make absolute money off of it. The guy from The Office makes, I forget how many millions a year just off Cameo.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you did I would do the same thing if I were them, so I'm not shitting on them. But imagine you're a character that someone wrote for you. They did everything. They wrote it, they filmed it, they made you what you are, and you just repeat the lines that they wrote for you, and you make millions a year. Like, that just...
I would do it.
I would do it in a heartbeat, but it's so fucking sketch.
Here's the thing, though. Even, there's, like, social media people on there. Just regular, everyday, whatever.
I applied for it.
I applied for it. Do
impressions. They did not accept me.
For the cost... Some people are getting ripped off, because I've seen, there's one guy from Star Trek, I forget his name, but he was also in Gremlins 2. I don't remember his name. Anyway.
That would help me. Star Trek, I don't remember. Oh, Gremlins. Yeah.
Gremlins
hey, dude, that's
2.
beloved. Shut up. Gremlins 2! It's iconic!
With the titty gremlin.
Okay. Anyway.
She's not wrong. Anyway, so, the guy from that... The guy from that, he does a whole sketch and everything for you. And it's like you're getting... Because he was a doctor on Star Trek, so he does like, oh, let's do your exam. And he's saying your name and all this stuff. Whatever. He does a whole thing. He talks to you. you get like a 7-minute video and you're paying like $100, which I think it's worth. It's not like, hey, happy birthday. All right.
Yeah.
I see that from Cameo.
I see that
There's people
too.
that spend $200, $300.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
I've
You're
seen
right.
some that are like $900.
I've seen some
Connor,
really shitty
happy
ones.
birthday. Hope you have a good day. You guys take care. And that's it. And that was $300
Yeah.
out the window in less than a minute.
And they do 30 in like 5
Yes.
minutes. Like, all right, let's
Yeah.
get this shit over with.
All
And
they
it's
do
just
is,
them
like,
sitting on a
name drop the
toilet,
person.
like, all right, happy birthday, John. Next.
That's
wish
what
I could do
boggles
that
my
for-
mind. I would think that like if you're making cameos, they should at least be. I'm not saying 7 minutes, but have some
they should
length
have
to
some
it.
Something,
effort.
yeah.
Well, put as much
There's too
effort
many
into
I've
it as
seen.
as what they were on the show or whatever. I don't get that. There's
Yeah, some
it's
people are scammy.
packed now with people. No, I was
There was
pissed
a-
because there's a dude that I know on TikTok that he's got less followers than me, and he got accepted to Cameo, and I didn't. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Here's
Fuck
the
him.
thing.
If you kill him, maybe you can take his place.
Thanks, Juliana.
Anyway,
Anyway.
no. Here's the thing that bugs me about Cameo is that you'll have people. I consider you successful on TikTok. I'm not like trying to be like, oh, Daniel. No, but you remember the kid from Vine that put little plastic spoons over his eyes and he goes,
Oh, yeah.
"Can't see the hater. I'm blocking out the haters.
Yeah,
Sorry, can't talk. Whatever."
Yeah.
He's on Cameo, and he just had that one video from Well, he made others too,
Yeah.
but I'm not discrediting him.
I'm
But
not
like
discrediting him.
that kid has a cameo, and here's I
That's
don't
what
know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
on
like,
Vine, he
people-
also
like,
made
people-
videos with those like hot titty models. Like he was like a child, and then there were just like models
Yeah.
like walking, and then
Yeah.
they're like, and like I'm like, why? Whose mom let the child on set for this?
Again, I would do the same thing, but Cameo is a no, not that. I
Whoa.
would be on Cameo. No, but Cameo is a cesspool of one-hit wonders that they had their one thing. Everybody wants that one thing from them, get out me car, I'm sure she's probably got a cameo, and I'm sure that's all the cameos she does, And if I had a Vine that went viral for something like that, I'd do it too. But at the same time, I'm super jealous of all of them, and I hate it.
That's the thing. I'm not discrediting them. I'm just saying Cameo's process with, hey, yeah, you can have a spot on Cameo. Because they're getting money from it. It's not like the creators are getting everything. They get a 20% share or 25% share, I'm pretty sure. So why not just accept anyone who has a substantial following?
Yeah,
What I do
especially
like
because
about it-
they could just pay you to do impressions as well. Say
That's
whatever.
why I wanted to do it, because
Yeah,
people
you
could
can
do
just say-
impressions,
you
really
can-
shitty impressions.
They can just write a script for you, and you can say whatever.
I would do that.
Here's the thing. I just realized there's a guy on TikTok, and he just reads tweets. What's his name? He's popular for it.
If it's somebody that doesn't have anything original, I don't know who they are. So
It's not original, but he's always coming up on everyone's For You page regardless
on
if
mine.
they
Yeah, I
follow
think I've
anything
seen my
that's...
parents watch him on Facebook. I don't know who he is, but I recognize the voice.
He has a cameo, and all he does is read tweets. He reads
It's not even his own
tweets.
stuff.
Not his own stuff.
I
He
hate
reads
that.
tweets
That
and he
makes me
fake
mad.
laughs.
He laughs,
at
yes. He does the
yes.
laugh, and
Yes.
I've heard my parents
And he
watch
has a
his stuff.
cameo.
you
And
could be
if you
making
hire
this up
him-
to me. I wouldn't have any idea.
Literally, if you pay him like $200,
$200?
he'll read like a couple tweets and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Heard you're not feeling well. Hope you feel better." And then he ends it.
Aha!
And it's like,
That is the weirdest
What?
shit I've ever heard.
people pay for this?
Yeah,
It's
that's
nuts.
what blows my mind.
Society.
It's probably not $200. I'm probably exaggerating, but it's up there. It's not $5 to get this
They're
little
never
message.
like $5. It's always like over 50. Always.
That's why I don't. Well, it is $5 for TikTok people, and people that
Really?
aren't that famous, which is that makes sense. I don't get that though. I get it for for celebrities and people that were in movies and stuff, because you send your mom an actress from a show she knew as a kid, that's fun. I don't get it for people that they don't do anything, TikTok people, hot TikTok boys. What are you doing? What video is? Happy birthday, Mary. Have a good day. And then they sent it to a girl and they shit themselves. I don't get it. Someone
Well,
I
that
felt
made
so bad.
someone's day.
I hated people buying things for me, but when my TikTok was doing well, I had someone buy me a cameo and send it to me.
I
And
saw
it was
that.
oh, have you seen
Gilbert
that?
Gottfried.
It's
Gilbert
really
Gottfried,
good.
man. It was epic. It
That
was
was
Gilbert
really good.
Gottfried going, "Hey, Señor Pequeños,
I like
slap these cheeks," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it was beautiful."
Yeah, I was like, that one is worth every penny to me.
But I mean, it had to have been $100. Like some kid spent $100 on that, and I wanted to be like, give it to me instead next time.
Do you want me to do an impression of that guy? I'll do an impression of him for $100.
I can't do a great impression of Gilbert Gottfried. Like I could do okay, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I would wake everybody up. But
to scream.
But I felt bad at someone. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't it $200 though? Because we looked it up and it was like $200.
It was an insane amount of money. I was like, why didn't you just give this to me? You know what I can do with $200?
I can
I'm just
make
roasting this
slightly
kid
better
after he
content.
did nice things.
That's like 50 Wendy's 4-for-4.
Yeah, it's like 50 Wendy's 4-for-4s.
Yeah,
Wendy's
my friend
4-for-4s
was
are
like, you
good,
view
though, man.
everything in like food quantities. Like every time there's like a money thing, like when I lost $170 on that stupid code thing for my class, and then the code didn't even work. I was like, you know how much good sushi I
do
could
the
buy
same
with
thing.
this? Like, that's the only thing I splurge on is like food. I'm willing.
You know how many Oscar Mayer wieners this could have
Vienna
been?
sausage,
I could have had
yeah.
200 Oscar Mayer wieners right
That's
now
how-
on my
that's-
lap. But
I
no,
view it-
I've got a Gilbert Gottfried video.
I view it in food quantities. Like, I don't view it in like, oh my god, I could have bought like a new
That's
game
because
with
we've
this.
been poor. That's because we've been poor. We always waste stuff in food.
Yeah.
I do it all the time, and I switch foods every time, like unconsciously. Like someone will be like, "Yeah, I just spent $200 on beer," and I'm like, "That's like a lot of Lucky Charms."
No, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, we all grew up within like humble households where we're like, okay, let's not overindulge in expensive food.
Yeah.
I see people out there, they buy, what was it? It was something like breakfast sandwiches, but they were like premium with all this high quality bacon.
why?
It wasn't like a Jimmy Dean's thing. It was like $16-17 for 4 sandwiches and a little thing, and we're like,
Why?
why not just scramble a single egg and buy like bread?
I'm like, it'd probably
And then
taste
buy,
better
like-
anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna, I don't know.
It's like that white woman's Instagram song from Bo Burnham's thing that like anyone that shares like how pretty their food is on anything, I don't know why, I just automatically dislike them.
I dislike them.
I don't care. Like I'll send a picture like if I'm at a restaurant, like, but it's like to show here I am, like I'm at Meatheads or something, like whatever, come on by. But like it's not like, look at this burger, it's super juicy and the way the light hits it, oh yeah, like I don't, oh yeah. I don't care.
Okay, to
like
be
that's
fair,
I literally looked at
I
those
do like-
building tours that we were talking about earlier. Like I was looking at the gigantic living room with like half a couch, and I was like, you could just take all the money that cost, and you could like just walk into restaurants throughout the country in a whole year and just pay for everyone's food. Wouldn't you rather do that? Wouldn't you rather do that than have a fucking giant ass living room? I don't know. I just think of money in terms of like things you can do for people because it's just that's so much better.
Aw,
I don't know.
he's so charitable.
I hate everyone.
10 years from now, we see Daniel living in Barbados.
Yeah,
I'm just
like
in a
we're
mansion. I'm
we're
like,
hey,
yeah, fuck that
Daniel!
shit.
Wasn't he the guy that said on the Pequeño Pod, like something about sharing his money?
I would love, like 20 years from now, I'd love to be in a camper on the side of a mountain. I just live out of a fucking camper. Like, have you seen, like, nice campers where it's, like, absolutely adorable? I would live
I've
in that
seen
in a
those
fucking
types of
heartbeat.
Instagrams. Them just-
I didn't know there were Instagrams for them, but I don't mean, like, super nice ones. I just mean, like, ones that aren't complete shit,
I've seen
I don't know
like
why I
people
find them
living
so
out of
cute.
their van.
I would do it. It's adorable.
I knew
Living in a
I knew
van
somebody who did that.
down
Like he
by
the river.
there it is. Oh man.
SNL reference.
Wow, SNL
Yeah.
reference.
I'm so quirky.
That's one that a lot of people like.
Cowbell.
Yes, these are ones people liked from SNL. Those were the ones people
Tick in
liked.
a box.
Take you, Trump. SNL.
So funny.
A guy from my high school like drove down to the coast in California and just lived out of a van. Like he dropped out of high school and was like, "Yeah, guys," and then he's like, "I'm gonna be a photographer," and then I don't know what he's doing now, but everybody I went to high school with was like, "He's so hot." And I was like, yeah, he sounds like he's got a lot going for him.
So there's no end to the story. That's it.
That's
Just
it.
A cliffhanger.
I don't keep up with him. I know his sister though. She was one of the girls I counseled at the church. Yes.
Did she sin a lot?
Okay,
No,
you know,
she was a good child. You know what?
I don't like where this is going.
Tell us her confessions.
I've heard things like this before. I don't like it.
I'm not gonna tell her personal stuff. She was a sweet gal. Now I think she
That
plays...
sounds like a fun prank. I'm gonna go into a church and I'm gonna sit in the priest box and I'm going to coerce everyone's sins from them. To see how long it takes until people realize it's not actually a priest on the other side.
And they hear snickering from the other side, and they're like, hey.
Dude, sometimes it was really hard not to laugh at them, though. And, like, we'd be in a group, so I'd be in a group of, like, girls all the same age. There was, like, 5 of them, and I'd have to sit there and, like, listen to them talk after, like, asking them a question or whatever. And there was this one girl that would just blab on, and then there'd be, like, a girl sitting in the corner, like, crying. Like, it's like, this topic actually relates to this girl, but this one girl wants to just hear her voice. So she's like, yeah, I had a dream that God sounded like Mufasa from The Lion King. And I'm like, can you shut up? I'm trying to listen to the crying girl, please.
Can I just confess that, like, I had a dream that...
She actually said that,
God's
though.
voice was coming out of Obama's face. It was beautiful. Can I confess? I liked it. That has nothing to do with confession.
God sounds like James Earl Jones.
God is Darth Vader. Am I right?